Thousands of Austin Energy customers were left without power during February's ice storm. Now, city leaders are looking at what things they can do to improve reliability.
KVUE's Natalie Haddad shares more on what Austin City Council members suggest be done to better protect our infrastructure.
Power outages for days and days during yet another ice storm in central Texas in February. In its aftermath, Austin City Council began to dive into how the city could ensure that power stays on the next time. During February council briefings on the storm, several officials expressed interest in burying more of Austin's distribution system, since Austin Energy linked most of the outages to complications with overhead lines. A resolution by Councilmember Vanessa Fuentes calls for more underground power lines.
Undergrounding would take some time because you'd have to do some trenching or some tunneling or lay some conduits and get the permissions and the setbacks and the right-of-ways and everything. It'd be a difficult process, but we want power decades from now. I think it's worth taking the time, frankly.
Dr. Michael Weber of Weber Energy Group says buried power lines are better protected from the elements that made the city lose power before.
Those underground lines fail less often and are cheaper to maintain and last longer, so they might earn back their additional costs through the power outages they avoid.
Weber says while the upfront cost could be hefty, it pays itself off in the long run. Others aren't so sure.
Many have asked why all of our distribution system isn't underground, only some of it. We've always responded that burying our distribution lines would be prohibitively expensive and very disruptive.
Jackie Sargent, general manager of Austin Energy, said in February that underground power lines may not be feasible.
We as a utility know this intuitively, but the community may not. We don't have a feasibility study that illustrates the extent of what this would take.
Austin City Council now seemingly finding themselves looking for a balance between cost and power reliability. For KVUE News, I'm Natalie Haddad.
Well, along with the resolution calling for more underground power lines, the City Council will also consider a resolution to review the city's emergency backup system. That's because many first responders were also left in the dark during the ice storm, forcing them to work at limited capacity.